Hi there, this is another one of our short video clips on the presuppositions of NLP. This one I'm going to talk about is there's no failure, only feedback. No failure, only feedback. It's very interesting, isn't it? If I say you're a failure, or I'm a failure, what happens? Straight away I kind of have that sense of, it's an emotive word. If I say, oh, this is some learning, or this is some feedback in what's going on, it's a very, very different feeling, very, very different feeling. So what we say, there's no failure, only feedback. Whatever happens, it's not that we are failures, it's that we've got an opportunity to learn from this. What can I do differently? What's the feedback in as much as, how is the strategy, the plan not set out correctly? How close have we got to our outcome? If an accident happens and we break something or something doesn't work out the way we want it, okay, what can we do differently next time? So this whole idea of there's no failure, only feedback is a very, very, very different way of thinking than I failed or they failed. Actually, in our culture, we've developed this idea of blame. Somebody has to blame when something goes wrong. We never seem to get the idea of, well, what do we learn from it? You'll see it on the news all the time. Something's happened, the question's who's to blame, how long has it been going on, and who can we hang out to dry? Not very, very constructive. It's more important to really ask, okay, what can we learn from this? How can we prevent it in the future? And how can we move forward in a more constructive, useful way? There's a good example with Edison, of course. He tried to make the electric light bulb over and over and over again, one time almost killing himself and his assistants. People begged him to stop. You're going to kill us all. He went, no, I'm discovering lots of ways of not how to do this. I've discovered ways how to make explosions with electricity, all of those kind of things. And eventually, of course, he figured out how to make electric light bulbs work, and of course the whole world has benefited with lights in the streets and in our homes and so on and so forth. So, another presupposition I'd encourage you to take on and try out. See if this is true for you. See what benefits you get from this idea. You're not failing, you're learning. There's no failure, only feedback.